Hello riders, it's Josh from CycleHunters.com. Oh yeah, look at that. A gem of a motorcycle. This is the 2007 Honda CBR1000rr. Oh yeah. So as we get into this bike, you're going to see this one is in unbelievably good shape. Awesome shape. Beautiful bike. It's tough to put a number on this one, but this is like a 9 out of 10, maybe even better than that. Very small blemishes that you really don't see much, and you know, you kind of have to look at them in the light, or look for them in the light in a certain way. You know, it's an 07, so you're going to have some, but there's really not a whole lot that you have to be drawing your eye to. But as far as this bike is concerned, like I said, this is in really nice shape. Just these tiny little scratches or some nicks here and there, but that's pretty much it. This is a bike that was basically designed from MotoGP technology. So Honda, back in the early 2000s, when the MotoGP class was going from the 500 two-strokes to the 990cc four-stroke bikes, Honda came out with what they call the Honda RC211v. And that bike is still one of the coolest looking bikes ever. This bike and the previous generations or iterations of this model were all derived from the RC211v. So when you look at an RC211v and you put this bike next to it, you can see that they're related. There's no question that one, obviously being the GP bike, is going to be the hardcore race bike, and this one is a street bike that, for all intents and purposes, was Honda's real first homologated Superbike. Because before, they had the 929, the 954. You know, they were bikes that, you know, people raced, but for that 1000cc Superbike, this was basically that first iteration of their Superbike for the 1000cc homologated 1000cc class. And this is a gorgeous machine. It is a beautiful bike. Timeless design. It's going to always look good. It is one of those looks. And Honda really knocked it out of the park with this bike. Now you can see this has the frame sliders. It's got the little locking mechanism there, mounting mechanism for your GoPro. But the Honda RC211v that was used in MotoGP, Valentino Rossi, who had just retired recently this past year, used that bike to win the championship for Honda.
That's Joel approved.
In its first year. And that's a big deal, because you're going up against proven machines that have been racing in a class for years, and then you're bringing a brand new bike to the race, and it's something that won immediately. This also has the Aero undertail exhaust. But, you know, the RC211v is the granddaddy of the Honda CBR1000rr. You know, they changed the body style after this, but I have to say, pretty much, this is still, I gotta say, it's my favorite body style. The latter ones, they changed the headlights a little bit. Yeah, they kind of copied Ducati on some things. But the Honda, it's a Honda. So 998cc inline-4 motor. It's liquid cooled, 6-speed gearbox, fuel injected. Your frame slider right there. 07 model. This bike, besides the exhaust, is all stock. It's a really clean machine. Got the wave rotors on there. and the Honda electric steering head damper. So as you get going down the road with this and the speeds increase, this tightens up so that you don't get your head shake. So this is just an electronic steering damper. There are other versions of it. Just to show you real quick, this is what is an Öhlins steering damper. But this was Honda's electronic one, all the way back in 07. And it really works really well. So let's see here. Controls on this bike, very simple. This is your high beam, low beam, your turn signal, and your horn, your on off, your starter. You know, right, your front brake, and then your clutch over here. But this bike, you can see, has got 21,398 miles. Centrally located tach. Your speedometer is off to the right. Your temperature gauge, your clock, your mile count here. It's just real simple stuff. There's an A and B trip meter, and then if you want to reset it, you just hold it, and you're reset. You have your gas gauge, so if you go low, it comes on. Your neutral light, your engine, your high beam, low beam light, your turn signal light. So this is going to be left front, and then left rear, and we're going to go right rear, and then right front. So now you can see with the headlight, this is high beam. And then that is actually low beam. So if you thought your bulb was burnt out, it's not. This is very typical. Ducati has done it. Most of the bikes that have the cat eye side-by-side lights, that's how they accomplish the low beam and the high beam. High beam, low beam. And then this is your driving light. So that's something that stays on constantly. But it does have the aftermarket stalks in the front, right here. A little smaller than the OEM. And then the with the tail delete and everything, you're going to have your undertail turn signals. It also has the spools, so if you have a stand for the rear, you can put that under there. These also double as a slider because it is the urethane. But besides those things, it's pretty much a stock bike. All right, let's hear what this baby sounds like. Oh, you can tell immediately there's some seriousness with that. Oh, yeah. Oh, sounds so good. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I can't contain myself. That just looks like it's looking at you mean, and it's ready to tear up the track or take you through a real fun and spirited trip through the twisties. Oh my goodness. Oh man, is that serious? Oh man. Oh. I wish you could stand here and hear that, because I'm sure that the camera does not do that justice at all. But that just is focused aggression. Oh, yeah. You will be one happy rider on that. Holy cow, is that good. Ah, yeah. I just always love these. They come in different colors. You can get the yellow and the blue. I've seen those. You know, your whites. The black is so sinister looking. So classy too. And obviously you can get the Honda with the the Honda red with the black, but you know, wow. Oh my goodness, does that sound good. So every one of our bikes as well gets a 48-point checklist. We put a battery tender lead on it. Oil and filter are basic things for us. The goal is if the bike needs it, it gets it, so that when you get it, you don't have to do anything. You just thumb it and go. Enjoy the ride and have a massive smile on your face when you crank this baby on. Oh my goodness, that sounds good. Really good. So we check the charging system. Things like steering head bearings. I mean, it really is a very comprehensive check that we go over to make sure that, again, when you get it, it's putting its best foot forward so that you can enjoy the ride and maximize the ride. Wow. 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 All right. I don't normally do this, but I got to do it again because this thing is just gnarly. Oh, yeah. Oh my. Oh yeah. Oh, that is glorious. Oh man. Maybe I should just keep this one. Oh, that's so nice. So nice. Ah, yeah, it's got the plate underneath here and the little light, so you'll be legal. Little roller so that when you're hitting your bumps, this will go up so it doesn't bend your plate. Like a lot of guys wind up just jamming them up underneath there, and that's what happens, is they'll bend them. But again, very low blemish on this bike. High quality, gorgeous look, totally awesome sound. It will invigorate you like nothing else. I can pretty much give you the thumbs up on that one. Oh my goodness. So if you're digging the 2007 Honda CBR1000rr, give us a call, 717-273-1809. Now you can see the full list of our current inventory at www.cyclehunters.com. We have some financing options available. We can deliver bikes in some cases, ship them. It really just boils down to what is it that we need to do to help accommodate you so that this awesome, gorgeous, powerful, street ripping, track tearing up CBR1000rr can be in your garage. Gorgeous bike. Gorgeous bike. I'm telling you. Don't pass this one up. I don't see a lot of these. And when I do see them, they are not as nice as this. I mean, they all sound really awesome, but yeah. Well, until the next bike, happy riding.